Hello there.
It's your old pal Dish, and today you're gonna slap that fucking like button and subscribe immediately. I recently started a podcast under the name The Secret Formula, which I will reveal to you today. For today's podcast, I interviewed lead singer and guitarist Jeremy Tucker of the punk rock band called The Guts. Here's a quick snippet of some of their music. For today's podcast, we will be going into topics such as police brutality, the harsh realities of being in a touring band, and getting to know Jeremy Tucker as a person. You are required to click all the links down below to support his band.
I have spoken.
From New Orleans with whiskey drink, and happy to see you, man.
Hey, happy to see you too, dude. It's been like years.
Yeah, I was stoked when the Guts were touring up north. When you were living in Portland, you came down and saw us. And where did you come to see us at?
It was some place in Salem, I believe. Salem, Oregon.
Salem, yeah, at that cool fucking. It was at that vintage thrift store where they have shows downstairs in their basement. That place was awesome.
It was fucking rad, dude. That was so much fun.
I'm blanking the name of that place right now. But do you remember?
Yeah, I definitely remember. I don't know the actual venue name, but like your guys' set was pretty fucking clean.
Thanks, man.
I think the power of the three-piece is... Go ahead.
That was the very last show on our tour, so it was either like you get in the swing of things or just be burnt out. Unless, for us, tours are, 5 shows.
Yeah.
Because, that's our tours. At the caliber that the Guts are at. Tours are 5 shows for us, pretty much 6 maybe. So,
okay.
Not completely burnt out, but, yeah, dude, 3 pieces. At first I wanted to add more people, another guitar player, but that's another dude in the band. It's
a lot.
Another ego, it's only room for one giant ego, and that's mine.
Oh, it's yours. It's always the front man. It's always the fucking front man.
I know. See, I'm kidding because it's not true, but Sean and Jesus would say otherwise, maybe. Anyway, well, I was telling my wifey that this is going to be on Instagram, but if she gets on your link in your bio, it'll go to YouTube.
Yeah, just go ahead and go on the main channel on my link in my bio.
Well, I'm down in the dungeon with you, so she'll have to figure that out.
Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, I got a quick question that was related to like your shows and such.
Yeah.
I know that you toured with the Guts for a while. Get Dead for a while. I'm confusing the tours a little bit. You toured with Get Dead. Did you ever have like any affiliation with like Fat Records at any point, like Fat Mike or any of those guys?
Not me. I mean, my affiliation with Fat Records would be Get Dead. They let me jump aboard for the leg of their Canadian trip because other guitar player Jeremy, he couldn't get into Canada at that time. So being friends with those guys and Mike especially, they had me learn the songs and I jumped aboard and got to do that. So that was kind of a little bit of a dream come true kind of a situation, getting a tour in a Fat Records band. So that was cool. But unfortunately, no, they didn't, fly me out to Fat Mike's house to party. But that'd be cool. I looked up to listen to NoFX my whole life. And, since I was 14, probably 41 now. But anyway, no, that was just a 2-week little thing. One of the coolest things about that was not getting a tour with Agent Orange and Flatfoot 56 and be a professional musician for a couple weeks. But at the end of it, when we got back into the U.S., there was the Punk and Drublic tour, and so getting a backstage pass and getting to just see the show from that perspective, that was like there was a moment there where I started getting a little teary-eyed. I'm behind backstage watching one of my favorite bands ever, NoFX, and I was like, all right. I mean, I was pretty drunk, and I was like, remember this shit, because this isn't going to happen again, probably. But anyway, that was a cool experience. I really like to thank the Get Dead guys for letting me jump aboard for that those 2 weeks, and it was a rough one at first. The day, of course, my body reacts this way. Is like I know something big's happening, and I'm prepared for it for a couple months learning the songs. Of course, the day they show up to pick me up, I start to feel like shit, like the flu's coming on. I'm like,
damn, bro.
So I was frustrated the first couple days, and I decided just to like, instead of like trying to be healthy like I was the first couple days, it was going nowhere. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get wasted and party hard to kill it. Either to kill me, and which I thought I was going to, because I mean I partied pretty hard. Like, Sammy told me it's a marathon, not a sprint, and I sprinted for sure the first bit of it. And I'm not gonna say everything that was part of that cocktail, but let's just say my body was collapsing. I was like peeing blood and like had a fever for 4 days and felt faint, and by like day 5 or 6 of that I was like, this fucking sucks, like I should be feeling better by now. And went to the hospital. They're like, dude, you're good.
Oh my god.
2 more days, I felt better. I was like 100% like halfway through the tour. So the first leg of the tour, first couple days I felt great. Not great, but I had that flu situation coming on. Then I felt like total shit, like I was gonna die for about 5 days, and then I felt great. I remember one day, that's when my health came back to me. It was a beautiful sunny day, and we're driving to the next show, and I was like, I feel fucking great today, and that was like the happiest day of the whole tour. Just like, I'm back.
God.
I'm healthy.
That's brutal though, dude. Especially on tour, like you're not in your own home. You don't have access to comfort as much. You're just like sick.
Totally. I mean, I'm in a band with dudes that I'm friends with, but it's not my band.
Yeah,
or,
right.
It's not like, and those guys are beautiful people. It didn't matter who I was with. It was just, of course, rather be home on the couch feeling like shit. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And it sucked that I had to feel like such shit so far away. I thought I was gonna die because of like the peeing blood. And that's another thing.
Yeah, the peeing blood's scary.
I was pissing so fucking much that it was way more than the amount of water I was taking in. Like, it was constant. I kept filling up this jug in the back, and I thought, there's something wrong. Like, this isn't normal. I looked it up, and it was a sign of kidney failure.
Oh.
For your body to keep flushing out all that urine without enough water. So, I mean, I'm sure I was extremely dehydrated. I just said that like a European. Dehydrated. Dehydrated. And anyway, that made me nervous. That gets into your psychology, when you look. Sometimes it's best to not look up WebMD.
No, especially not on tour.
Yeah,
not what you can do there.
It made me a little more nervous because like, I'm having kidney failure. I'm gonna die in Canada with Get Dead, and it's gonna be a great Get Dead song talking about how the Guts guy couldn't hang and he died on tour.
You'll be a legend.
Yeah.
Hopefully
it would have been a good song on their set list, but I don't know about legend. I just look like a bitch for dying.
An urban legend.
Dude, the Guts guy couldn't hang. But anyway, it ended up being a fucking amazing experience, and I think about it all the time. Very, very thankful to Get Dead dudes for letting me jump aboard.
Yeah, that's sick, man. So I kind of want to mention, this is a little related to like skateboarding and punk rock and all that. I know you've been skating forever. As far as like, have you been working on anything lately? Like new tricks, kick flips, fucking 50-50s. I just got back into it, and I feel like an old man at the skate park. Like, I don't.
Sick. Well, I'm the old man at the skate park, not you. You know what's rad is there's tons of old men at the skate park. Like
I know.
It's not what it used to be. I mean, I don't remember, 5 4-year-olds being at the skate park at one time. And maybe that's a little too. Maybe that's not true. There's like usually me and one other 40-year-old, maybe two, something up to 50. I think it's a different time. People are realizing you don't have to give up on life, and like just because you reach a certain age, it's time to hang it up, and get fat and golf instead of skate. I mean, go golf if you want to, but yeah, I'm realizing now too is that it's not that I have to take it easy, but there's certain shit I should stay away from, and that's like trying big airs. And if I'm not sticking it, like don't continue to try, because running shit out is really fucking up my knees. I have disgusting knees. Like if I'm in crouching position and I go to sit up, dude, it's disgusting. Like the amount of cartilage noise. So I don't know. Like
fiberglass.
I follow Tony Hawk on Instagram, and maybe that's where I saw it. But he's in his mid-50s or something, and he rips. Still, he just doesn't do airs as much. He's like sticking to the coping, and he skates vert, so he slides out with his knees. But yeah, man, you can skate until fucking you can't walk anymore. Just do manual pads or hit the snake run. You don't have to try to tray flip the 10 set or anything. It keeps you young. I think it was Jay Adams, old pro Dogtown guy. He said, you didn't get old. You didn't quit skateboarding because you got old. You got old because you quit skateboarding. So, like, it keeps you young. It's the fountain of youth.
Exactly, man. I mean, like, a lot of people, as far as, like, skateboarders go, like, I see them, like, kind of branching out a little bit. Like, they'll be doing I know mountain biking is, like, a big alternative nowadays. That's
mostly what I do these days. To tell
you
that makes sense. I mountain bike with your dad a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For
He's
those
big
who don't
into
know
that.
or watching, I've known Christian since he was a little baby, and I'm friends with your dad. Your dad and I mountain bike quite a bit, and I'm stoked that I got another buddy who's into mountain biking as much as I am. So I do that a lot these days too, and that's something I can do with my dog.
Bowie. Nice, dude.
Yeah, I get out into nature here. So mountain biking is rad. It's kind of like snowboarding in the sense where you're out in the beautiful woods and you get after it, fucking send it, bro.
Full send, bro.
Full send. Actually, no, it's not full send. I'm about half send. But it's really fun. It keeps me in shape, and something I can do with my dog. And plus, like I said, there's the nature aspect. So you're out in like peaceful quietness.
Get a break from it.
That's what I love about mountain biking too. But there's part of me that's like I feel guilty because I've been neglecting my skateboard a little bit. It's like just like I say about snowboarding. It's like I'm a skateboarder who snowboards. I'm not a snowboarder.
Right.
And I guess that's how it's stupid. That's just how I do it in my head because I love the skateboarding culture more than the other, action sports culture. Skateboarding is just, you could be a skateboarder from New Orleans or the Bronx or Chicago, and not a lot of, if you're a lot of the snowboarding and mountain biking community, they come from resorts. And,
like dad culture kind of thing.
Privileged sports.
White privilege
Which
sports.
I love white privilege sports, but skateboarding's fucking way cooler.
Yeah, there's like more of a vibe to it. There's more like an artsy vibe to it, Like it's more than just all physical. Like you're doing like science at the same time, gravity and shit.
Yeah, there's that whole gravity shit. There's the it's a city culture, so it's part. You got the music and the art ingrained into that. The other action sports, whatever you want to call them, that I'm into, like mountain biking, snowboarding, it doesn't have shit on the real culture of skateboarding.
I agree. I heavily agree.
I love mountain biking, snowboarding, not as cool as skateboarding.
All right, I got another question for you. As far as guitar goes, what do you work on when you have like the actual time to practice? I noticed you were playing some like real twangy stuff on Instagram. I think it was some like Hank Williams. What do you try to hone in on? Is it?
I'm all over the place all the time. One day I want to just play country music and learn how to play some country leads. The next day, I want to learn Battery by Metallica. You know, it depends on my mood that day. I think it's important just to keep your chops up by just playing, even when you really don't want to. Go into the music room and just start cranking away. I mean, I fuck around with a mandolin a lot these days too, and keyboard when I get bored of those things. I haven't been really writing as far as like guts punk rock songs. I'm dabbling on a couple of punk rock songs right now, but I've been dabbling on those 2 jams for months, and
oh wow,
I'm waiting for them just to develop on their own. You know, it's like I've changed them like one of the songs like 5 times, and every time I go back to it, when I'm satisfied, I'm like, it was better the first time. Why do I keep doing this? So
right, you're trying to like re-replicate it almost, and then undo it, and yeah, that's the structure. I mean, songwriting's hard, man.
It was probably fine the first time, but that's what's great about collaborating with people. It's kind of hard to do these days with the virus. I don't really have the opportunity to collaborate so much. It's just me, and then you start to get in that own like mental argument in your own head, like, no, that sucks.
Is this the riff?
yeah. That riff is fucking weak, and change it up.
Right,
so,
not enough tremolo going on.
Maybe all those 5 riffs for that one song will now be 5 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's accurate too, dude. I mean, songwriting is all about the hook, really, when it comes down to it, and like a catchy lick, like that's really what matters, I think, personally.
Yeah, try to do the lyrics part. I always mostly do music first, you write lyrics later. Sometimes lyrics are first, but that's seldom. But I hear you. Yeah, you want to have that catchy hook, or at least like a melody that's moving.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
make it just get caught in your ear. Yeah, I mean, as far as lyrics go, like we could talk about Neo-Head Ass Society, which is your most recent music video.
Neo-Asshead. Yeah.
Neo-Asshead. Yeah, I said that wrong. Anyways, that one's got a lot of politics going on there. I definitely appreciate that, dude. You guys went just full send on that.
We're not a very, or like my songwriting is usually very political. It's usually, I get motivated to write a lot of anti-religious stuff for whatever reason. Ever since I was like in high school, I don't have a vendetta, I guess. It's just like, I just don't know why people are motivated by, an ancient literature. And that's just, kind of like a Lord of the Rings book. And what the frustrating part is that Jesus is supposed to be all loving and kind and not, hating on people. And that is the opposite of what a lot of Christians do. They're very, I'm not saying just Christians. I'm not attacking Christians only, but just, religion.
Mm-hmm.
Religion. There's a lot of hate and judgment in that. And that's supposed to be Jesus's job, or God. But,
not Karen. Karen's not in charge here.
Karen's a bitch.
Yeah, Karen's a bitch.
And her dude's a dick. So every once in a while I'll write a anti-religious song. Neo-Asshead is political, and actually it makes more sense now than it did when I wrote it, because this was pre-corona. And then you have police brutality and all everything happening there in the black community. That it actually, the lyrics, I wrote a third verse to it, where I did like the third verse used to be the first verse, but just kind of words changed around. But I was motivated, inspired to write a whole third verse, which is different. If you listen to the Neo-Asshead punk rock version, which is on Bridge City Sessions, you'll notice the new one that we did acoustically, where Jesus did a fantastic job editing that video, where it has a mandolin, it's acoustic. That there's a third verse, and I love the acoustic version way more now, because that there's a third verse plus Jesus' job. When you bring images to music, it's that much more powerful.
Yeah, it's that more captivating too. Yeah, art really does transcend, like it's everything.
Absolutely. Yeah. When you have music is music's enough to make someone laugh or cry or feel inspired. Same with video, and you put those two together, it's even more powerful. So again, hey Zeus, kudos to you, man. You did a great job putting that video together.
Yeah, it turned out rad, man. Yeah, as far as like police brutality goes, like I've talked about it with a lot of people, and like I've talked with people like in the actual police force about it. They're like, there needs to be like a conversation between like people within the black community and the actual police force, like a real sit down. And I do think that makes sense. But I think there also needs to be more action as well. Like that can only go so far.
Right. Yeah. So when this all first started happening, and then there was the defund the police, I was like, fuck yeah, fuck them, they're buying Lamborghinis and shit. And then I realized that after listening to podcasts and things like that, it actually kind of makes sense for more funding. Educators, they don't have a lot of training, so they're scared. And maybe they should have a college degree.
Yeah, in psychology as well, because, dude.
Or at least have like a more involved training program and self-defense where you don't have to use force in the way that has been happening where people die.
Yeah, it's really
putting your knee on someone's neck. Maybe they could figure out a way to not have to shoot people, but put them in submission instead of murder. So yeah, I went from defund the police, fuck yeah, to maybe that's the opposite of what needs to happen, because
there's more. There's always more to it.
You know what happens when there's poor people out there? Defunding the police, defund humans. When they're poor, they're angry, and it doesn't do any good. So
yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I think so. People would think that more money, so you're gonna give them gifts of money now that they're killing people. No, I think it's for education and to better everyone.
That's a really good argument, honestly.
I'm not a huge cop fan. I mean, I'm not wearing support the cops fucking shirts and bumper stickers, but
right.
I think that something needs to change, and maybe better education and training for those guys could help. My thoughts.
I think it's pretty fucking brilliant, man. I mean, like, as far as the training go, like you were saying, like training for police officers, I think it's just as much as people that like are like barbers and shit. Like, I think it's maybe even less, dude. That's pretty fucking scary.
Oh, honestly. For sure, yeah. I mean, I listened to the podcast. I forgot exactly what he said and what the numbers were or whatever, but it's along the lines of what you just said. I mean, their combat training is like 2 weeks once when they first start, and then they have their 30-year career with no updates and keeping them on their shit. So I think it's all about education and training. There are a bunch of scared little delicate flowers out there with guns.
Yes, exactly. A lot of egomaniacs. I mean, there can't be bad apples in the police force.
Oh yeah. Just like there's bad apples in baristas. There's always gonna be,
that's a way lower scale.
Right. Yeah. No one's ever poured hot coffee on me, but no. What I'm saying is that there's just there's pieces of shit everywhere. Every field. Now everyone has a camera on them, so that makes them held accountable. That's good.
Yeah, I think everyone needs to be held more accountable. Especially in the police force. It's very fucking real.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, everyone is these days. You say the wrong thing on an interview with Skype or on Instagram or something, it's gonna haunt you. So you gotta
pretty much.
You can't be an asshole.
Yeah, I mean,
you can.
It just depends what you say. It's pretty easy to get canceled nowadays, but at the same time, like, it depends on what you're getting canceled for. Like.
I 100% agree. I think you should be an asshole when it's time. Like, my wife and I own a store. We have to deal with shitheads all the time. People who don't want to wear a mask, and
Jesus.
just people who are just kind of just they're just total fucking bummers.
Inconsiderate, man.
They admit hate and negativity, so we have to deal with that kind of shit all the time. And I'm not a kill them with kindness kind of a person. I'll expose their bullshit to their face, and I'm not afraid to just to be blunt. And neither is Emily. So we still have a successful business, so that's good.
That's how you run a business, though. I mean, you gotta be stern.
Yeah, we're not pushovers, and we don't want everyone's business who's an asshole. Like, if you're an asshole, your fucking money, we don't want it.
It's useless.
There's enough good people, yeah.
Because that's how you let more in. I mean, that's just how life is, really.
Yeah. It's the same concept as, like, I don't need to be friends with everyone on the planet. I understand that that I'm not going to get along with everyone and have the same, mind frame. That's okay. There's so many people on this planet. I don't need to win everyone over. So fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them.
All right, Jeremy. Well,
I love your C's, by the way. You have super long hair these days.
Oh yeah, it's totally fucking real, by the way.
Is it not?
No, it's not real.
It's not real, is it?
Nah. I don't know. I figured for Halloween, just fucking spice it up a little bit.
Dude, it looks fucking sick.
Thanks,
you
dude.
look like you used to play bass and like Rat or something. I don't know.
I could see that. I was kind of going for like a Trailer Park Boys kind of vibe. Because this is actually a Hawaiian shirt, and it's like this fucking fake gold chain. So.
Oh, that's not real gold?
No, dude. And these are actually Mandalorian
so
skulls.
Your hair's fake and the gold's fake. God damn it, man.
Yeah.
And what kind of skulls are those?
Mandalorian, so like Boba Fett, Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm like big time.
Yeah. We sell some rad Boba Fett prints at the store.
Oh.
I got you. I'm plugging the store.
Sweet, dude.
I'm not really, but we carry some cool Star Wars shit. In fact, in my Sazerac, I already finished the Ice Cube. You can't make it out now, but it was a Stormtrooper face.
Oh, that's tight, dude.
Now it's unrecognizable, but anyway, yeah, we like our Star Wars shit.
Fuck yeah, man. Well, I'll definitely put that in the link in the bio as well, guys.
Cool, man.
Go fucking buy it up.
Yeah, so as far as the Guts goes, we don't have shit going on. Hopefully there'll be some live punk rock shows again one of these days. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't seen those guys in almost a year.
Jeez.
Actually over a year. And I haven't been down to Santa Cruz where those guys live in about a year. But I'm hoping to wrap up some songs so we'll have some new shit to work on when I see those guys again.
Yeah, man, we're looking forward to it, dude.
Yeah, I've been doing some. So you got the Gutz-Neoasshead video on YouTube that Jesus put together, and we recorded remotely via GarageBand. We also have a new song that we're working on that's going to come out. That's a total country song.
Really?
It's not like a country punk song or a folk punk.
Oh, okay.
It's a straight up
you didn't totally sell
song.
out.
It's pop country. No, it's not pop country. It's just something that it was a punk rock song, just like a Gutz-Neoasshead song, but just turned it into an acoustic. Instead of making it like a folky punk or a country punk song, it's a straight up just country song.
Yeah.
And I'm stoked on it. Yeah. I mean, it still has our, the same lyrics as, I wrote it as a punk rock song, and we're still a punk band, but we're playing a country song.
I think it's cool to branch out, though.
For sure. It's fun layering tracks on this GarageBand thing too. You can have an orchestra with one person with this thing. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's a computer system called GarageBand.
I think we know this by now.
And you can play music on it. It's insane.
No way.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty fucking great, bro.
Trip out.
Get my mixtape out on there.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a mixtape.
No. No, I finally did throw away the 8 tracks. I didn't throw them away; they're in the closet here. But I decided to join the rest of the world and use GarageBand, and it's been super fun.
Conform. Yeah. I understand as far as like recording goes that like we were talking about this earlier before the podcast, but there's just some issues as far as like recording software goes. I've been using the Spire Isotope for a while. That one's pretty good as far as like tracking bass or doing like some acoustic guitar or some vocals. A little pricey, but I used it for like ever, dude.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and I'll upgrade eventually. I'm using GarageBand, which came with my wife's Mac desktop that she had bought 10 years ago, and so I can't even do updates on it. Like I'm like modern, but still in the modern dark ages. Uh-huh. So once I get like a new laptop, like a Mac or something, I'll be able to get better technology. But So instead of having a Model T, I have like a Geo Metro.
I just had one last question for you. I was just interested in this. So, what made you get into what was it called? Metal crafting and just in general? Like, what gravitated you towards that trade?
Oh, well, it was a friend of mine, Kevin McGee, who was friends of mine in Santa Cruz. I was working at Sessions in the warehouse. About a year before that, I was doing wildland firefighting. Like I was going to do it professionally, as a permanent. Went to the apprenticeship program and all that shit, and I decided to quit because I didn't want to live in the woods with dudes my whole life. So I moved to Santa Cruz. My first job was at Sessions in the warehouse, and which amazing people. I did that because I got to meet some great people, Joel and Cindy, who operate that place, and or Cindy used to. But anyway, my buddy Kevin, who played music, he's from Angels Camp actually. He lived in Santa Cruz prior to me living there. He asked me, "Hey, dude, you want a real job and like learn a skill?" So my buddy Kevin got me the job, and I just started from the ground up, like sweeping floors and helping those guys out to learn the ropes. And I worked for that company for like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years before doing it on my own, which it's too early. I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. Like you shouldn't like only have 7 years experience, I think, in that, or maybe it was less than that, and then open your own business, because what's going to happen is you're gonna learn the hard way. I think, or I had to. I'm not saying everyone.
Right. The harsh reality of starting your own business.
Yeah, well, just big projects, construction, installs, and things like that. It's like I think I was more confident than I should have been, but I'm glad I did it because I learned a lot quick that way. But now, I'm operating the store with Emily, and when I turn on the welder, it's pretty much either to do something for the store, or it's to help out a friend, or it's for fun. So
nice.
When I'm doing welding projects, it's not so much to make money, but to build shit. And it's my favorite thing is making things and creating, whether it be music or art or whatever. It's really fulfilling. I'd love to teach you some metal stuff if you're ever in the neighborhood.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I've got them set up in my garage here.
Nice, dude. What project were you working on like recently as far as like metal crafting goes?
Oh shit. I think the last thing I did, besides like some repairs on a buddy's trailer, was some stuff for the store. Rolling slat wall display. I made a bracket for this phonograph, like an old phonograph.
Nice.
I made a light fixture for it and a bracket. My sister made this phonograph. Who knows how old it is? Looks like turning the century. Anyway, little projects like that. Yeah, I'm planning on making just kind of being an art maker, like just making shit and selling it at art fairs.
Oh, sweet.
Once I have the time.
Yeah, once you have a little time.
Once I have some time. That's what I'm striving for, having time to do that.
Like what kind of art? Like are you talking like painting? Obviously metal crafting.
No, metal art.
Oh, okay.
Metal crafting,
just like
about
everything that's customizable to you, like stuff you really wanted to make over time, right?
Yeah, exactly. Coat racks and things for the house, kind of knockers, not like knockers, but like door knockers.
Oh, okay.
I've been seeing some cool hand forged, like some old world hand forged type stuff. Gate panels, yard art, stuff like that. This shit that keep me busy.
Some dinosaurs. Sweet, man.
Dinosaurs. Yeah. No. But
no. It's too big. Too much detail.
That's too big. Too big. They're supposedly 40 feet tall, and I don't have the infrastructure for that.
4 years. Yeah, it'd take a while probably.
I mean, dinosaurs are really tall.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you being on the podcast.
Likewise, man. Dude, this is your first one. There's going to be so many more. I'm honored, by the way. Thanks for.
Hey, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Hey, the pleasure's mine. And now I had a question for you because we haven't talked about the fact that you're an amazing musician. Are you working on stuff yourself? Got band stuff going on, or? Yeah.
I actually, I could send you a quick demo, but basically, like, I've been working on this more like, it's like an indie kind of band, mixed with some metal. It's just like kind of a rock thing. It's just kind of hipstery, if I'm being honest. But I got this new track.
I like some hipstery stuff. I listen to some hipstery. The Growlers, they're pretty fucking hipstery.
I think the thing as far as like
they went down in hipstery.
It's very hipstery. Well, I lived in Portland forever, so I think the scene kind of just like rubbed off on me a little bit.
You didn't live in Brooklyn, though.
No, I didn't live in Brooklyn.
At least Portland still has some rad punk rock bands. It's good to keep the palette open. I don't listen to just punk rock anymore like I did. I used to be so shut off to even the Beatles. I was like,
oh wow.
No, there's a punk band that said fuck the Beatles. I can't listen to the Beatles. I think I was like 30 or 29, and I was like, the Beatles are really good. What was I doing? My time. I love the Shins, and I'm not the old shut off to the rest of the world punk rocker as I used to be when I was younger. I don't really give a shit about being one thing or another. Just like what you like.
Yeah, I mean, especially like with Johnny Cash. Yeah, Johnny Cash is the fucking best. Yeah, expand your horizons as much as you can, especially as a musician. Like, I don't know, I just get bored of playing like the same stuff a lot. But what I was gonna say is like it took me a while to like kind of find my niche as far as like what I even really wanted to write about. That's what I struggle with the most, actually. Like I can make a fucking orchestra, but I don't know what to say.
Yeah, lyrically, yeah, that's always a hard one. That was never my my motivation or strong suit was the lyrics. Like,
oh, it seems to be now
sometimes
though.
I'll write lyrics. Sometimes it'll take me months to write lyrics to a song because I don't want to just throw some shit together that works.
Right.
So I'll have to just workshop one thing, and that's all right. An album is like 10 to 14 songs anyway, so there's no rush, Wait till you're inspired instead of writing a piece of shit. At least, wait for inspiration.
I mean, it depends on how you look at it. Like, a lot of rappers, like, they go in the fucking booth and they say nothing really. They just get the cadence down and then they get the fucking words to it. I think that's pretty brilliant too,
Sure, yeah. To be able to improvise.
Yeah,
that's brilliant. Maybe if I worked on the improv lyrically, it would work better. But you won't catch me freestyle rapping very much.
No, I don't freestyle rap.
No, I don't do a lot of that. So no, I do respect that people can do shit on the fly like that. It's almost like a jazz musician. Show up and just jazz it out.
Right.
But no, I respect that. And then also I noticed your influence is a lot. There's a lot of metal in your music.
So I never told this to you personally, but I remember just like seeing you like playing riffs and shit. I remember like you're at the house one time, you're like, oh yeah, check out this new fucking thing I got, and I was like, It was almost as if like you were layering the riff, and I noticed like you're adding melody, like kind of like how Propaganda does. Similarly,
well, huge inspiration.
That makes sense. So that just it hit me, and I haven't really written this since. Like I've written the same way ever since, pretty much.
Oh, rad, man!
Yeah.
Fuck, you just made my day, man. I'm really stoked to hear that, Christian. It means a lot. Because I love watching your videos and your music. It's inspiring to me.
Appreciate that, dude.
A bunch. We'll have to do some jams one of these days. Because you're living where? You're in Sacramento now, right?
Yeah, Sacktown. Yeah.
Come visit us here. You've been here before. I remember you stayed here like one of the first days we.
Oh wait, you're in Tahoe, right?
I'm in Truckee. Yeah, where'd you think I was?
You're not even that far. I didn't realize that.
No.
That's great.
No, I'm an hour and a half from you.
Shit, man.
So come visit whenever you can, dude. Yeah, your girl, if you have a girl, or
bring the dog too.
Boy,
yeah, that'd be fun, dude. Get some jams.
Please come visit, man. We'll do some jams. I have a music room. I'm in the music room right now. I would show everyone around, but it looks like shit, so I'm not going to do that.
That's all good.
But yeah, happy to have you anytime, dude.
Thanks, man.
Pleasure's mine.
All right, Jeremy.
Take care, man.
Got everything in the link down below. Fucking click it. Got that merch. Got the website. Got some music videos up there. Hit that shit up. All right, guys.